Now we've got a question, a very topical question, of course, with the cost of living crisis about energy prices. They also have got linked with the ecological issues we are facing. Katie has a question regarding transport. How do you increase demand and improve public transport in rural areas? So we'll take that one on board. Jonathan's got a question. Is there a way to insulate Welsh buildings to help deal with the fuel poverty and climate change crisis? And sorry, 3 questions in one, but Linda has a question. Majority of Powys residents live in rural properties and are dependent on oil and fuel. What will the Lib Dems do to help people trapped in fuel poverty, i.e. investment in new technologies?
Yeah, thank you. So let me take public transport first. How do we invest in rural public transport? Well, we need a massive investment to ensure we've got more and frequent buses, and we've got better trains, and they're more infrequent. We've committed as the Welsh Liberal Democrats to free public transport in Wales for all under 25-year-olds, and that would kick-start young people travelling around Wales. But we have to have green technology so that we have electric buses that are smaller, perhaps more frequent. We have to have a better train service. There has to be massive investment in our train services here. And what I want to see very quickly and finally on that is I want the HS2 differential, that is the money that the government's invested into HS2 in England coming into Wales. And that would help us significantly to improve our public transport. Very quickly, there is also an issue that I'm aware of where the Welsh Government may be considering restarting the flight link between Cardiff and Anglesey. It's not operated for 2 years because of COVID. I'm saying stop that, that we should not be flying short haul. We should absolutely not be investing in that. And the money that was going on that, put that into public transport so that we can make sure that rural areas are better served.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, the second issue was around fuel poverty, I think, wasn't it?
Insulating homes.
Insulating homes. We need a massive programme of insulation. We need the Welsh Government to totally commit to this. They've had 2 schemes called Arbed. I can't remember the name of the other one, but they were, in essence, replacement boiler schemes, but we need that to switch. The next round of investment the Welsh Government needs to make is in insulation, particularly insulating older houses, and there are very good companies who can do retrofits, deep retrofits on insulating older properties. And the final one was on oil
and fuel costs and fuel poverty.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I have called for the UK government to bring in regulation on oil prices, because actually oil is not subject to any of the caps. So, you know, people are seeing the doubling of their heating oil. So we need to see regulation on that, because the people making the profit are those companies. The second thing we need to see is something we're joining with the Labour Party in saying, which is that we need a tax on those companies to make sure that they pay more tax. And I want to see an additional one, which is what they call a Robin Hood or a Tobin tax, which is a tax on every single transaction, so that continues. We need clearer guidance from the UK government. In France, Macron has told the energy company there, you will absorb the price hike, not the households, and that's what I want to see.
And there's only a 4% increase on it. Okay, thank you.